Think of sigma levels as your ultimate operational yardstick, ang pinakamalupit na sukatan kung gaano ka-solid o kapas ang isang proseso. Ngayon, hihimayin natin ang logic kung bakit ang pag-intindi sa DPMO at pag-control sa variation ang mismong mag-ihiwalay sa average teams at sa world-class operations.
Pag naririnig nyo ang terms na 3 sigma o 6 sigma sa floor, what does that actually mean para sa daily operations nyo?
Basically, ang sigma level ay isang performance metric na ginagamit natin para i-indicate yung quality level ng kahit anong product, process, or service. The logic here is very straightforward. The higher the sigma level, the better the performance. Wala nang mas simple pa dyan. Kapag mas mataas ang score mo, ibig sabihin mas konti ng errors na nagagawa ng team at vastly better ang operational performance nyo overall.
Para makita nyo kung gaano ka-strict ang standard na ito, titingnan natin yung pinaka-ultimate metric. Kapag sinabi nating na-achieve nyo ang 6 Sigma level of performance, ang operational rule niyan ay you are allowed no more than 3.4 defects per million opportunities or DPMO. Isipin nyo yan. Sa bawat 1,000,000 beses na may pagkakataong magkamali ang proseso nyo, 3.4 times lang kayo pwedeng sumablay. That is the gold standard of quality.
And that 3.4 DPMO is exactly equivalent to 99.99% good or defect-free. Yan ang magnitude ng operational impact kapag 6 Sigma kayo. Kung sa fast food drive-thru operations yan tulad ng Jollibee, sa 1,000,000 orders, 3 customer lang ang magkakaroon ng kulang na gravy o maling order. Ganyan kagrabe ang presisyon na kailangan natin.
Ngayon, paano ba natin bibilangin yan kung magkakaiba tayo ng linya ng trabaho? We need a common denominator. Dito papasok ang DPMO as the great equalizer. Kasi the number of defect opportunities sa pag-process ng simpleng paycheck kumpara sa pag-assemble ng isang buong kotse ay napakalayo. Sa local operations, isipin nyo ang isang simpleng BPO password reset. Baka may 2 o 3 steps lang yan kung saan pwede ka magkamali. Pero sa isang complex logistics manifest para sa inter-island shipping, baka may 50 steps of verification yan. DPMO takes into account these differences in complexity and the specific number of defect opportunities, kaya pwede nating i-compare accurately ang quality performance kahit magkaiba ang industriya.
Ngayong alam na natin how to count it fairly, let's look at the reality of scaling it up. Kasi the improvement scale is completely non-linear.
The reality check here is most operations operate somewhere around 3 to 4 sigma at ang pag-akyat sa ladder na ito ay hindi madali. Pansinin nyo yung talon sa scale na ito. Kung gusto nyong mag-improve mula 2 sigma papuntang 3 sigma, you need a 5 times order of magnitude na reduction sa defects. Medyo kaya pa natin yan. Pero kung aakyat kayo from 3 sigma to 4 sigma, humihingi na ito ng 10 times order of magnitude na reduction in defects. It's an exponential requirement. Ibig sabihin, habang umaangat ang sigma level nyo, mas matinding operational control at process redesign ang kailangan para matanggal ang remaining defects. Hindi pwede yung simple tweaks na lang.
Moving on, titingnan naman natin kung paano nag-a-apply ang mga concepts na ito sa time-based performance targets.
Let's say nakatali kayo sa strict 24-hour delivery SLA sa local logistics o kaya sa LTO renewals. Pagdating sa performance against specification limits, ang sigma level nyo is simply the number of standard deviations na nagkakasya in between your operational mean and your actual specification limit. From the order input, dadaan sa process sa warehouse, tapos may hard delivery limit tayo. The goal is to squish your processing time para hindi siya lumampas sa limit na yan. The more standard deviations that fit inside without touching the limit, the better the process. And this brings us right into our final, and frankly, the most important lesson about variation.
Ise-set up natin ang ultimate scenario. May 2 warehouses na technically pareho lang ang hit rate pagdating sa average delivery time nila. Si Warehouse A has a wide normal curve. Minsan mabilis, minsan sobrang bagal. Because of this high variation, it touches the specification limit. Only 2 standard deviations ang layo ng mean niya. Ngayon si Warehouse B has a narrow normal curve. Less variation, highly consistent siya. Kahit pareho silang may exact same average delivery time, Warehouse B performs much better kasi hindi niya tinatouch yung limit at all. 4 standard deviations ang nakapasok. He's operating at 4 sigma, habang si A is only operating at 2 sigma. Ito yung common pitfall ang daming managers na umaasa purely sa average na performance, pero sa totoong buhay, the customer feels the variation. Nakikita at nararamdaman ng customer yung araw na sumablay kayo. That's why consistency always beats averages.